to understand now, like, why does the nervous system and the subconscious matter so damn much? And why are so many of us bypassing without realizing it? All right. So let's zoom out for a second here and just talk about why the nervous system and subconscious mind are like so vital to everything we've been discussing, and why most people are like totally not working with it. Your subconscious mind is actually responsible for about 95% of your behavior. Okay? That means almost all of your decisions, reactions, habits, responses are made automatically beneath the surface of conscious awareness. Okay? And your nervous system is like the gatekeeper. It decides moment by moment whether something feels safe or threatening, not based on logic, but based on past experiences and learned associations. Okay? So when the subconscious says success is dangerous because it led to burnout or rejection, you're going to listen to that. When your nervous system says resting feels unsafe because, you were only praised for being productive, then you're going to unconsciously sabotage the very things you say you want. Okay? So why is this so overlooked? Why is everybody not doing this? The reason that these patterns get missed in traditional coaching, productivity tools, or even therapy is because they're often invisible and like nonlinear, okay? You can't always think your way into safety, okay? You can't always plan your way out of resistance. You can't affirm your way through a trauma response if your body doesn't feel safe. And yet most solutions people reach for completely bypass the deeper layer, okay? So this shows up like shiny object syndrome. How many people have shiny object syndrome? Let's be honest, like most of us, right? Okay. So especially high achievers, and we buy things thinking like, this will finally like get me to follow through, or this is going to help me stay consistent, or this is going to fix my procrastination or my lack of motivation. And yeah, the nervous system and the subconscious mind, if they're not on board, then no planner, no app, no productivity system is going to stick where safety has not yet been embodied. Okay. So here's a few examples, all right, of like nervous system bypassing behaviors that people spend time and money on only to feel like they've failed when it doesn't work. Okay. So in business or productivity, are you like buying another planner, another calendar system, another productivity app, hoping that the structure is going to change the sabotage? Maybe you're signing up for another course or a certification, but never finishing it. Maybe you're joining coaching programs, but ghosting halfway through. You're not because you don't care, but because visibility feels threatening and pressure shuts you down. Maybe you're investing in like branding, websites, photo shoots, when the real block is fear of being seen. These aren't bad things, but they're ineffective when you haven't addressed the root safety issues underneath your patterns, okay? So in health, you might see this as starting a new like fitness challenge only to like lose steam after the first week. Not because you don't have willpower, but because your system associates change or weight loss or whatever's going to result from this challenge with danger or shame. Maybe you're over-researching nutrition plans or supplements, but never committing because fear of failure or past body trauma still lives like in like the literal tissue of your body, okay? Maybe you're bypassing emotional processing with like wellness stacking, like you're doing all the things, cold plunges, fasting, detoxes, whatever, instead of actually connecting with how you feel, okay? Again, these are all things that can be supportive, but if your body is not on board, they become another form of control, not a form of healing and progress, okay? And then in relationships, maybe you're like reading all the relationship books. There's so many good ones out there. I've read many of them myself. Maybe you're following the advice, but you're still defaulting to people pleasing, shutting down, or avoiding intimacy, Okay. Maybe you're going on dates, but sabotaging connection because vulnerability feels unsafe. Or you're going to therapy, but you're not able to actually express your truth because your subconscious is still protecting you from past pain. Okay. You can know everything about communication or attachment theory, but if your body tightens every time you get close to someone, your nervous system is still in charge. Okay. So this matters immensely because when we bypass the subconscious and the nervous system, we don't just waste time and money, we reinforce shame and we end up thinking, I just can't stay consistent. Maybe I'm not cut out for all of this. Everybody else seems to be getting it right. What the fuck is wrong with me? Okay? And that doesn't help. Nothing's wrong with you. Okay? You are not undisciplined. You're protected. Okay? Your brain and body are doing what they were designed to do. Keep you alive, keep you safe, based on your history. Okay? And the truth that you deserve to know is that you're not a hot mess. You're not behind. Okay? You've just been trying to build your life on top of a nervous system that hasn't been taught how to feel safe with ease, rest, power, visibility, intimacy, so many other things. Okay? This is why your subconscious and nervous system matter so much. This is the tangibility of work where you can't quite see what's happening. This is the tangible side of it. This is what the transformation leads you through to. Okay? Because when you retrain your subconscious and your nervous system to feel safe with success, everything changes. Okay? And that's why I get so frustrated when I see people investing in business coaching alone without this type of support, or the next how-to kind of steps when they haven't worked for them before because they're completely bypassing the thing that's going to trip them up every time until they fix it or nourish it or help it. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna you ghost your goals. And when you fix this loop, you stop self-sabotaging, you start finishing, you stop wasting energy on tools that aren't trauma-informed. You start trusting yourself to take aligned, sustainable action. And that is what creates real transformation. But the thing is that it requires you to slow down to gain traction. And for most people, that does not feel safe. Okay? There's a whole chapter in my book called Slow is the New Fast. And it truly is. Truly is. When you can learn to actually slow down, you get so much more done. You feel so much better. And it's like the rubber finally meets the road. So yeah, you don't need more pressure. You don't need more plans. You just, need to give your nervous system that permission.